Welcome to the PS4 Repair Show. Before we rush into things, there's a chance that this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen, in which case, I think some introductions are in order.
My name's
Mike.
I'm really glad to meet you.
You were recommended this video by an algorithm. TikTok is a chaotic hellscape, but if nothing else, at least we got Pink Pantheress out of it. The UK singer and producer has been doing real good over the past few years. Remember Just a Waste? Remember Boys a Liar Part 2? And it has all been building to Fancy That, a stellar display of UK garage and jungle. Yes, okay, Illegal was the big hit on social media. Everyone was shaking hands over it. The world was united. That's great. But have you considered Tonight? Have you considered this rotund, full-bodied meal of a song? Every bad thing that happened this year was a result of us not making this the biggest song of 2025. I'd say more, but I gotta keep this list moving. This is my 8th time doing a year-end list. This is not my first rodeo, but this is my first pogo rodeo. Psychedelic Porn Crumpets, or as the YouTube search bar calls them, Psychedelic Popcorn Crumpets, are a rock band from Australia. Like the 3 things that comprise their name, I'd always been aware of them. But now, like 2 of the things that comprise their name, I'm actually a big fan. Oh my god! It's a sublime blend of psych rock and pop. If you like early King Gizzard and early Tame Impala, this album needs to be in your ears yesterday. Every song on this album will make you feel like you could either fight or outclass anyone in your immediate vicinity. Scientists have spent decades trying to get the guitar tone on Manny's Ready to Roll. They could not do it, but one day, some Australians just figured it out. It's just enough of what I'd want in a rock album. But unfortunately, I am gluttonous. What I want is never enough. Okay, this'll work. Turnstile was one of the discourse void bands of 2025 because their existence spurred a lot of discourse about hardcore and whether they were or not. On one hand, I'm not part of that scene. I can't speak on it in an informed way, but also, let me offer another perspective. As we all know, all great artists only make the music they made when they started their career. David Bowie only made ambient sound pieces about murders, the Beatles only did covers of R&B standards, Fleetwood Mac only did the blues and did not change a single member once. I am, of course, joking. Artists change all the time, and it's the ones that evolve that we remember the most. Turnstile is a band that evolves. They'll make your head bang, of course, but there's space for new rhythms, new sonic textures, new song structures. The band is really good at balancing the ba-na-na-na-na-na-na parts, but also the wah parts. The end result is a sound that is at times bombastic and raucous, and at others wistful and reflective. Gets you thinking about life. Sometimes I think about the different paths I could have taken in life. Like, what if instead of music, my whole channel was about dying? What would my top 10 lists even look like? And the number 1 way I'd like to die is getting killed by geese. And here's another discourse void band of 2025. I love voids! Geese is a band that the young people are very into currently. They put out an album called 3D Country a few years ago that also made it onto my year-end list. And what's f***ed up about that is Getting Killed is a totally different album. If 3D Country was clean and brimming with hooks, Getting Killed is weirder and conceptually distorted. They start the album by calmly telling me, Cameron Winter won't pay his taxes, my man. There's a song where the title is a translation of a Bruegel painting, and Cameron sings about a sailor with remarkable color coordination skills. There's a song called Cobra that soundtracked a weenie on TV, and they made a song about going to Long Island City, Queens, 'cause I won't. No matter what they do, though, the result is always exhilarating. A lot of folks have been out here hailing Geese as the saviors of Gen Z rock and roll, and then more folks bemoaning the hailing. For me, I'll let God sort him out. Wait a sec. Computer, rearrange those letters. That's it!
When I was born, grandmama could see it.
This one should be the easiest to talk about because it's good for all of the reasons you would expect a Clipse album to be good. Pusha T and Malice, check. Pharrell on production, check. Guest verses from Tyler, Kendrick, and Nas, check. Beyond that, this is 2 incredible rappers trading bars over beats that will make your face scrunch up fierce. This is the only album where someone could rhyme wee-fee with pee-pee and it wouldn't be embarrassing. The only people I could see not liking this album are people who don't like rap music in general. It's like that online guy who hates rap music but loves video game soundtracks. Could you imagine being that person? Could you imagine putting a video game soundtrack ahead of a rap album on a top 10? Putting the Mario Kart World OST on here feels like a cheat because it has more songs than all the other albums on this list combined. But let us consider and ponder and ruminate on the fact that the songs on this soundtrack are frankly incredible. Not only do we have some of the best original songs for new courses in series history, but there is a cavalcade, a smorgasbord of new arrangements of songs from nearly every Mario game except this one. The music plays a crucial part in making the world feel lived in. Touring Cheap Cheap Falls with Wario, scaling DK Pass with Baby Daisy, soaring up to great Block Ruins with Cow. And when you're just driving around, the new versions of old songs are sublime. Dire Dire Docks, Yoshi Star Galaxy, Waluigi Pinball Nighttime, the Underground theme with the psychopathic murderer on drums. We are not kidding around here. This is real man time. The discourse around this game has felt like, but at least we got an incredible soundtrack with it. Nintendo, I need it on physical media ASAP. I don't care if it'll be on 20 CDs and cost a month's rent to import. I need it. Now that we're halfway through, here are some honorable mentions. OK Lou's Choke Enough was a great collection of Y2K-inspired electronic pop bops. Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party struck gold as Hayley Williams' first independent release. Jane Remover's Revenge Seekers fried my brain like an egg on the surface of hell. Nina Geraci's I Love My Computer is full of bangers about growing up with the internet. Tyler, the Creator, showed he can excel with quick, off-the-cuff projects with Don't Tap the Glass. Dijon's Baby portrayed the feeling of being a new father through some of the sickest production this year. Bon Iver's Sable Fable felt like the culmination of the band as a communal project rather than a dude. Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You, shows Ethel Cain is the best at creating beauty out of sheer desolation. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard broke out the 100-piece strings and horn sections for Phantom Island. And Black Country New Road proved that the loss of a frontman doesn't mean you can't still write great music with Forever How Long. What was I talking about before? Donkey Kong? Rosalía Lux! That album. This is definitely my recency bias pick of the year, but it looks like it's everyone else's too. So if we all turn on this album in the next few years, that's on all of you and not on me whatsoever. When I think of Lux, I think of a building. I think of something you'd have to get lumber or even concrete to make. Because you don't do an album like Lux half-heartedly. You're in it to win it. Lux wins it. Instead of the Latin hip-hop of Motomami, Lux is classical pop, but with the same intuition of Mo Neighbor Tomami. Beautifully orchestrated production surrounding Rosalía's gorgeous voice and aided by a diverse roster of guests. Björk, Caroline Shaw, Eve Toomer, Guy Manuel from Daft Punk, Venetian Snares. Fancy! It's the kind of album that folks online will say insists upon itself in a few years' time, but it takes a certain vision to put together everything like Rosalía has done here. In lesser hands, it would fall apart. In Rosalía's, it's beautiful chaos. It's inspired lunacy. It's gorgeous mayhem. Lady Gaga is a lady of many Gagas, talents. Actress, advocate, conference presenter.
Hi, Gaga.
Hi.
I'm Haley.
Hi.
I wanted to ask you, for Mayhem, what was your favorite song once it was finished, and what was your favorite song to create?
Hi.
But above all, she is a goddamn singer. The starting place for Mayhem is a blend of her early days with The Fame and The Born, but it's the newer sounds that get me so fired up. Rock on Perfect Celebrity, funk on Killa, disco on Zombie Boy. It's a beautiful thing to see someone who has been in this game for over 15 years still have new ideas to share. I feel pretty safe in saying this is Lady Gaga's best album ever. It's a peak experience. Wait a sec. Computer, rearrange.
Saying a prayer, make all
The US economy is currently built on two things, AI and gambling. So allow me to become Polly the Market and tell you, you need to be investing in Sydney Sprague immediately. I found Sydney at the start of 2023. Her last album probably would have been close to Album of the Year in 2022 had I heard it in time. And in 2025, the prophecy has been fulfilled. This is simply the most quality, pure indie rock songwriting you will find across the 7 seas. Listen to the little backing vocals here. Listen to the xylophone here. Listen to the guitar cutting in like. Listen to the drum fill here. Look at the couch like. There's something so exciting about simple excellence. And I swear, if Sydney Sprague is not a household name by the end of this decade, I'm gonna be looking like this in all my videos. And now, my album of the year is...
I just want to say, I love
Great Grandpa.
And if you don't love
Great Grandpa. Great Grandpa's Patience Moonbeam Ice Cream by Benson Boone. In recent years, I've grown to love albums that get to the point and do it with gusto. It's the reason I enjoyed Great Grandpa's last album from 2019, and it's why I was eagerly awaiting a follow-up. That follow-up is stacked with songs about the beauty of simple pleasures, asking someone how are you, seeing a friend after a major life change, realizing you need another person. But what takes this album to this spot on the list is how the band meets each of these ideas on its own terms. The How Are You is from a cheery sing-along tune with a singular bar of sitar. The Friend Spotting is off of this Porter Robinson-esque electropop ditty, and the Realizing You Need Another Person is off of a song that is, like, frankly, 3 songs in one, but the ending is this sludgy headbanger. It's a 38-minute reminder that all of this music stuff doesn't mean heck if we don't have good people in our lives to share it with. And it is, in my opinion, the best album of 2025. Let me know what your favorite albums of this year were, and now that my year-end list season videos are done, it's time to enjoy the holiday season. The holidays can be both beautiful and stressful. You could be surrounded by family, or you could be navigating a nightmare dinner party where one tomato would make you yarf in front of everyone. That is the setup for The Dinner Plan, an exclusive short film available on Nebula. Nebula is a creator-owned streaming service. If you want to check out The Dinner Plan for yourself, you can sign up for a 3-day free trial. And once you finish it, I dare you to get through everything else on Nebula in those 3 days. All my videos on this channel, along with a ton of bonus videos, are on there. There are also creators on there like Todd in the Shadows, Synthet, Adam Neely, Jacob Geller, Shafrillis Productions, Legal Eagle. Subscribing to Nebula means you can watch our videos without ads and sponsor reads. Plus, you also get access to a massive catalog of exclusive videos and series, like The Dinner Plan. And once you've decided to join, you can sign up for a monthly membership, a yearly membership, or even a lifetime membership, which is currently 40% off. Click the link in the description to get 50% off an annual subscription to Nebula. That's $30 a year, or just $2.50 a month. Happy holidays from me to you and your loved ones, and I will see you in the new year.